Hello, Ionta and Delahunty families. Welcome to the 2020 school year. My name is Eric Trosh. I'm the principal in grades 4 through 7. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome all of our students back, and I hope this video finds your families healthy, safe, and everybody's doing well. The purpose of the video this morning is to provide you with some information regarding procedures that will involve multiple areas. I'm going to go over some information that I've sent out already in our emails and letters, and hopefully that will allow your transition to the start of the school year to be a very productive one, and you'll find it very easy and hopefully relieve a lot of those anxieties and nervousness that we're all feeling. Thank you. Parents, for our Ionta dismissal for grades 4 and 5, the Ionta dismissal and the drop-off will be the same. So for drop-off purposes, you can see a vehicle that's located right here now. That's where the location will be for our students that get dropped off in the morning and that they also get picked up. So when they get dropped off, they'll walk down, they'll exit the vehicle, walk down the sidewalk, and then go into the school. In just a moment, I'm going to show you the pattern that you will take in order for the car rider drop-off and dismissal procedures to go smoothly. Thank you. Okay, parents, as you prepare for the car rider pickup and at the end of the day and car rider drop-off in the morning, once again, this is the area that you will enter from Highland. You will come to the stop sign, and then you will make the first right as you come into the parking lot to drop your child off, and it will be the same procedure as you pick them up. And you can notice the vehicle will pull up to the lot, make the very first left, and then they will proceed towards the Delahunty building. They will actually drive through the lot, and they will come down to the end of the lot, and that's where they will stop. At that time, if it's morning drop-off, our students will once again exit the vehicle, proceed into the building. And then if it's during car rider at the end of the day for pickup, Officer Day will be in that location along with myself and many other staff members. We will radio into the cafeteria. Your child will come out to the vehicle and you will exit the campus. Again, you'll have your display sheet that we sent home. We'd like you to display this on your dash or hold it up. That will signal us to call into the cafeteria for your child. Thank you. Parents, as you can see, we are now back in the building at the main entrance located by the main office. This will be the area that all of our car riders will enter through, and of course any of our car riders that are exiting the building will leave this area as well. So as our students come into the main entrance, they'll enter through the door and they'll actually walk down this short piece of the hallway. In this area we'll have our infrared camera, which will be monitored by 3 teachers, and as the students come into the building, they'll be able to come in probably from 12 to 15 students at a time, and they'll walk right past the camera. So if the student is flagged as reading a temperature of 100.4, we will pull that student from the line. We will scan their head to make sure it was an accurate reading, and if it is, the student will simply go directly to the nurse's office, which is right here, and then there'll be an assessment done and parents notified at that time. Thank you. Parents, as you can see, now I'm in the hallway section of our building where we had our water fountains currently removed, and all of these stations will be filled with our water stations. Students this year are allowed to use their water bottle to fill up at these stations, and then also we will have the paper cups, so students, if they want to get a drink, they have a paper cup they could use, or their water bottle for the fill stations. Thank you. Parents, as you can now see, we are in our cafeteria, and obviously we're going to utilize this area for all of our lunch periods during the day. And when our students come into the cafeteria, they will actually enter, half the grade level will come in this entrance, and then the other entrance that we will utilize will be an entrance that leads in up by the stage. And as you can see, we have the availability to utilize the entire entrance of or the entire area of our cafeteria this year. So in this area where you see the kitchen doors, this will be our lines for students to proceed in and exit out of the kitchen. And then when we have our tables set up, all the students will face one way. Okay, nobody will be directly across from each other. They'll be facing the same direction, and we'll have plenty of our staff members to assist our students and plenty of room to social distance them as well. If we need to utilize the stage area, we actually have desks set up, as you can see, again, spaced out if we need that area. But a nice big area to give our students a comfortable lunch during their school day. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Howard. I'm going to be your 5th grade science teacher. And this year in 5th grade, we are going to be really busy doing lots of reading, lots of hands-on experiments, lots of projects to kind of make science a little bit more relaxing and exciting than it has been maybe in the past.
Welcome to my 5th grade classroom. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you every day of science class. You are with me 5 days a week for about 35 minutes a class. We have 2 write-in books. They are also found online, so if you ever get sick and you are at home, you can learn using the book right online. These books correlate with the 6th and 7th grade books, so it'll be a great start for your upcoming future.
Here's what our book looks like.
Now, your science book is made from that same company, Think Central, that your math book is. And there are questions and vocabulary things that we do straight in that book. You're going to get 2 books during this year. The first book we will be in for 9 weeks, and we will only be in the second book during the last part of the year. We write and highlight in our book a lot, so make sure you have that highlighter ready. In 5th grade, we work on the scientific method. So the scientific method starts off with thinking of a question, something that you want answered, and we move on to making a hypothesis. A hypothesis is just an educated guess, meaning using all the information that you've learned about, make a good guess of what's going to happen. And then finally, we conduct that experiment. We might not have as much fun as he seems to be having, but we will enjoy ourselves while we're doing experiments this year, and we do lots of them. Finally, when we're making observations, we will talk to those around us and see what their observations were like. And the last thing we do is make a conclusion. You will need a composition book with the tape going down the side. Our supplies needed for this year are art supplies, highlighters, pencils, and that notebook. We take our notes in that notebook, and it is used for open note quizzes. Quizzes use notes. Tests use open brains. Our units for this school year are animals and plant cells, body systems, how things grow and reproduce, ecosystems, solar system, and matter. I look forward to learning all of these units throughout the year. Just a few quick notes about homework and tests. You will not have any homework for science this year. You will have tests, and study guides are sent home at least a week ahead of time, if not more than that. And there are always games to help you review online at home if you have access to the internet.
So I look forward to meeting all of you. I'm going to give you a little tour of our classroom and a little bit more information. But it was nice seeing all of you, and I look forward to seeing you in person real soon.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Bombeck. I teach social studies to all 5th graders. And this year in social studies, we're going to be starting with learning about what it means to be a good citizen. And that information will carry us through the year and be part of our weekly citizenship grades. That means being a good citizen in 5th grade means that you are always ready for class, you are respectful to others, and you're responsible for your work and your material and your behavior. And so every student will start out with 5 points each week, but if you forget to bring something or don't have an assignment done or your behavior is not respectful, I'll deduct 1 point. And at the end of the week, the number of points you have left will be your citizenship grade. Other things that we're going to do this year, we'll start out with the Revolutionary War and go through the Civil War and part of the Restoration period. And that pretty much covers what we'll be doing. Please, if you have not yet joined my Google Classroom, the join code is here on the board. 6Y3, V as in Victor, H, P as in pancake, K as in kitty. See you all soon.
Hello, new 5th graders. So my name is Mr. Wilson, and I just want to take a minute to introduce myself. If you are joining us in the classroom, or if you are going to be joining us virtually online, I just want to let you know how excited I am to be able to work with you guys this year. This year is definitely going to be a little bit different, but we're going to make it a great year. We're going to have a great time together. So let's take a quick look around the classroom. First of all, your lockers are right around the corner from the classroom. We will be on the right side of the hall and part of the left side of the hall as well. Your locker has your name on it. And you will be keeping your hats, coats, anything that you bring to school in there. All your school materials you're going to keep inside your desks. Now, a couple things. One, you are going to get a Chromebook that will be yours to take with you. You can take it home. You'll have a charger for it. That Chromebook will be only used by you. Now, I know that that's one more thing to carry around, so if you didn't hear already, awesome news, you're going to be allowed to take your book bag with you to your classes. So we're working out a really good way, hopefully, to be able to move from class to class, so you guys won't be out in the hallway all together. We're going to do this very safely. So you see it, here are our desks. We are spread out as much as possible, and we will continue to do that. If you've noticed that the lighting in here is a little bit different, I like these blue covers that I put over the lights. If you ever notice, like sometimes those fluorescent lights are a little bit too bright, these dim them down and help prevent any headaches, and they just set a nice mood for our room. When you come in to class every day, there will be a table that'll have sanitizing wipes on it. Obviously those are not them, but they're there for right now. You're going to come in, take a sanitizing wipe, use it on your hands as you're walking to your desk. When you get to your desk, you wipe it off, then just set it off to the side, and then I'll take care of getting those disposed of later. So that'll be our procedures for coming into the classroom. For our virtual students, we will have a Chromebook set up right in the front of the room, so you'll be able to see me, hear me, and be just as much a part of the class. Guys, I'm just looking forward to getting to see you, getting to know you, and having a great year. All right, see you in a week.
Hello everybody, welcome to Open House. I'm Mr. Anderson, your 5th grade language arts teacher. Open House is different obviously this year than it is in most years, but that's okay. I've been taking a lot of time to plan how we can learn safely, how we can increase reading levels, how we can make everything fun, make it a great learning experience for everybody. And it's going to be different, but different doesn't mean that it still can't be awesome, because it will be. We'll be wearing masks, we'll be social distancing, we'll be keeping our hands clean. We're going to take all precautions necessary to make sure you guys have a safe and great 5th grade experience. Also, in those terms, we're going to be incorporating a lot more technology as to communicate and to upload and download and communicate materials back and forth to one another. So here is our Google Classroom code, and also our Remind app notification if you'd like to get a remind on your phone. Those are just daily notifications of what we're doing in class, and also my email if you'd like to contact me. You can give me a phone call, you can email me, you can contact me through the Google Classroom or the Remind app if you have any questions whatsoever. We're going to have to work through this together, but it's going to be a great and awesome 5th grade year, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you next week. Have a great week, and I'll see you then. Bye.
Hi everybody, my name is Mrs. Lanchak and I will be your 5th grade math teacher. I have been a teacher in this district for 27 years and probably have had siblings, cousins, or maybe either a mom or dad. I am looking very forward to our return to school, and I hope you are as well. I want to take a moment right now to show you what our classroom is going to look like. And while doing so, I want to focus a moment on our Google Classroom codes. The codes are given by what homeroom you are in. So if you have Mrs. Bombach's homeroom, this will be your code. If you have Mrs. Girardi, this will be your code. And those of you that have me for homeroom, this will be your Google Classroom code. I know many of you are looking forward to the return to school and getting your lockers decorated and purchasing some things for those lockers. Unfortunately, for now, we are going to be housing everything in our desks and in the backpacks that you will be taking to your classes and then home and then back to school. You will be assigned a Chromebook and a Chromebook cord. Those will be going home with you each night. You can do your work on those and then charge them and return them the next day to be ready to go. Our math series is just like we had last year, or like you had last year for 4th grade. It is the Go Math series. So there are 2 different volumes for that. Again, this is just like what you had in 4th grade. We will also be utilizing different apps on our Chromebooks, Prodigy, which I know many of you like, MobiMax, and iExcel. So I hope that in this last week that you have before your return to school, I hope you get outside and you enjoy every moment and take in the last of summer. Again, looking forward to seeing all of you, and have a great rest of your time. See you August 25th.
Hi boys and girls, my name is Mrs. Girardi. I'll be your 5th grade language arts teacher. Language arts comprises of reading, guided reading, grammar, spelling, and composition writing. We're going to be working through a reading anthology, reading some great stories, and being able to do some really fun writing activities as well. You're going to be going to Mrs. Bombach for social studies, Mrs. Howard for science, and Mrs. Lanchak for math. We'll rotate in a 3-block fashion, which I'll work with you when you get here. Also, some supplies you might be thinking about. Each student will need to have a 3-ring binder. This one is one that could be provided for you, but you're more than welcome to bring your own. One thing you will need to pick up is making sure you have plenty of pencils and a bunch of different highlighters. Different colors are absolutely fine as well. Some of the other things that we're going to provide for you, if you walk with me around the room, is each student will have a student handbook that you can go through some of the items that are in there, as well as use this as your homework assignment book that you can write all of your assignments down. On day 1, we'll go through your Google Classroom, and be able to set up all the different classrooms that you have and make sure you can keep track of assignments that way. Another thing that you will need every day is to have a mask. The school district is going to provide for you a red and a black one that you can use as well. But again, feel free to bring your own. If we continue to walk around the classroom a little bit, one of my other favorite questions I get are, what are our specials? They're up here on our Hornet board. So day 1 is music, day 2 is Phys Ed, day 3, technology, day 4 is library, day 5 is health, and day 6 will be art class. Also, as you come over here, this is one of my favorite places. This is our guided reading book closets. Everyone is going to be full of leveled guided reading books that you'll be able to find your favorite and enjoy some reading with friends. It's another part of our reading block that I think you're going to find very interesting. As I move across the room, you will notice that we have our desks that are separated for our social distancing, the best that we can in our classroom. We have our area over here that will be for pencil sharpening, sanitizing, and there'll be a number of different ways that we're going to use to help keep the classroom clean. My most favorite part of my classroom is probably going to be my windows. In my classroom, we have top to bottom, one wall of our room is a gorgeous windows to look out and to be able to enjoy throughout our day and to be able to have some fresh air while we're in class. So I wanted you to have a quick peek at our classroom and for me to introduce myself and be able to see you soon. So welcome to 5th grade.
Hi, welcome to room 115, 5th grade Ionta Elementary School. My name is Mrs. Susie Schuley. I'm the 5th grade learning support teacher. I'd like to welcome you to our virtual open house. First, I'd like to show you my classroom. You can see our desks are spread out, and we will be trying as much as possible to keep social distancing, cleanliness, all of that's very important. I do have my mask in my hand. I will wear a mask and a face shield every day. I know you're aware of what the safety precautions we are going to use here at the school are, so I'm not going to go into great detail about that. But I will have to insist that your child wears either a face mask or the shield, I believe, has now been recommended also. I will be cleaning and disinfecting my room. Will have my windows open. I will have a fan going also. Very important to me and to everyone here to keep us safe during this time of the pandemic and COVID. So let me go over a few of the basic things we need to talk about that we would talk about if you were to come in for an open house. First of all, communication is very important to me. So here's my phone number. It's 724-981-8750. I'm extension 4115. Now our phones are not on during the day for you to be able to call through and speak to me, but please leave me a message and I will get back to you at the end of the day or maybe during my lunch break or planning period. My email, excuse me, Susie, S-U-S-I-E, that's an underline or underscore, Schuley, it's S-C-I-U-L-L-I, at hermitage.k12.pa.us. As I said earlier, communication is very important and I welcome it. Whatever way is easier for you, if it's easier to use the email or if it's easier to use phone messages, that would be great because I believe in, we need to have a connection to, I'm here to help your child. That's my job as the teacher, help them as much as possible. And I need your help also. So I either support your child in one of two ways. They might have me for either my math or my language arts class, or I might support them out in the regular classroom. If they're out in the regular classroom, the way that we support them, depending on your child's individual IEP, maybe modified tests, reading the test to them, maybe they only have 10 spelling words. The person they come in contact more than me would be my aide. His name this year, Marcus Fuller. He's not new to our building, but he's new in this position this year, but he's great. He'll do a great job with the kids. He's wonderful with the kids. But I help also in the afternoons with when they take tests, depending on what class they're enrolled in the afternoon. Okay, so let me start with, if I have your child in here for the replacement class, I would teach math first. That's the first class that I teach every morning. The series that we use is called Go Math. Now this is the book, there are 2 volumes, and this is what they use in the regular classroom. My personal belief is that I try to use whatever they're doing in the regular classroom, whether it is in math or if it's in the language arts class, because I think that's important to try to keep your child as close to grade level and exposure to that as much as possible. Now, that being said, obviously I'm going to modify it for them. So these are the basic concepts that I think are important in 5th grade, okay? So addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, money, important for all of us, place value, fractions, and word problems. We will use Google Classroom quite a bit, and here's my code. It's A, P, D, Q, Q, H, Q. Hard for me to make those Q's, so hopefully you can see that those are Q's and not G's. Now I hope I'm not going too quickly as I'm presenting this video to you, but if I am, I'm going to mail you all of this in a letter anyway, so you'll have all this. Besides the video, you will also have a letter that you can look at for these. We will do virtual learning in here, and if we have to close, we obviously have to use virtual learning anyway. Your students did it last year when we all closed down, so most of them are familiar with how to use Google Classroom. But to me, the benefit of you being able to access the classroom, I can add you as a parent, you can see exactly what your child is doing every day. I don't give a lot of homework, but any homework I give, I would post it on the Google Classroom site. So you'll be able to see that every day. Now, I mentioned how important those basics are. I do let the kids use calculators, excuse me. We have calculators here at school. You don't need to provide that for them. I'm a big believer of trying without the calculator, but I don't want to frustrate kids. So we try to cover the basics like I do when I talk about addition, subtraction. Those will start off with just, simple 1 digit, maybe 2 digit. See how they do with that. A lot of kids still struggle with that even in 5th grade. I don't want that to interfere with their learning of the other concepts. So again, I do let them use calculators, okay? Now, if I have your child for language arts, again, I try to use whatever they're learning in the 5th grade curriculum. So for example, literary elements, and literary elements are basically what they're talking about. So you read a story and you discuss what's the theme, what's the plot, who are the characters, things like that. I do cover that. I try to break it down, make it a little easier, all right? So that's always part of our lesson, whatever they're doing. The most important things for me that I believe I teach in 5th grade, writing basics. I think everybody needs to be able to at least write a couple of simple basic paragraphs. So I really stress that, and we work on writing probably at least 2 or 3 days a week. I focus on writing because, again, you have to be able to communicate, at a basic level. I'm not expecting your child, if they're in this class, to be able to write, an entire story. But, we have to start somewhere, and that's really important for me. So I do stress that. Most important thing for me is reading. So the way that I work on reading, we do it a couple of ways. The basic program I use is called Read Live. They did use that in 4th grade with Mrs. Mannion. So they continue on at the same level where they were, and I love Read Live because it's individualized for them. It meets them wherever their reading level is. And so they read at their own level, and it's not to frustrate them, it's to enhance their reading experience and to teach them. And that is what I use for all of my data when I present my progress monitoring and my IEPs to show what has your child learned, what have they grown into. They need to still continue to work on comprehension. And it just targets them specifically for their own individual needs. I also use something called LLI. LLI, they used last year with Mrs. Mannion as well. It's a leveled literacy series, and the kids love this. I have to say, every year that I've used this would be my 3rd year of using. They're little storybooks, and a lot of them are nonfiction. And what I do is the kids volunteer to read. I try not to embarrass anybody. I do make everybody read eventually, but they volunteer and they just love the stories. So we read simple stories. Like, for example, this book is called Girl with a Vision. And in this story, it would talk about, she has lost her sight. It talks about how she learns to use, she rides a horse and how she learns to adapt, even though she's blind, and how she learns how to read. And they just love these kinds of stories because they're things, a lot of the themes are things they can identify with, somebody with a problem, and life isn't always easy, and then they learn what they can do to help the problem. So again, we use this 2 or 3 times a week. Now, I know I've given a lot of information on the video here. I'm not going to continue to talk any longer, but please, as I said before, communication is very important, and now you at least have a face to the name. Some of you may know me, from seeing me at open house, or I've had your other child or something like that. So again, I'm Susie Schuley, 5th grade support teacher, and I think we're going to have a great year. Thank you.
get to room 106, Mrs. Kemper's room. That means that you get me and Mr. Horvath all day long. We've got lots of fun things ready for you, and you can see, as you can see, there's a huge, wonderful, beautiful classroom just waiting for your first day of school. When you walk into our classroom on the first day of school, what you're going to do is find your desk. On your desk, I've gotten some things for you guys so you don't need to go spend a bunch of money buying school supplies. In these beautiful pencil boxes that I found for you guys, I have some goodies for you. There's a couple of masks, some pencils, some colored pencils, a highlighter, even a handheld pencil sharpener. So you don't have to go out and get lots of different things. We've also got your Hornets Are Ready, Respectful, and Responsible assignment book that I'll teach you how to use the first day of school. Each of you also gets your own cubby this year that are in your class rooms. So I'll have all of your names up here, and what you'll do is you'll come in and you'll find it. You can put your backpack, your lunchbox, a jacket or sweatshirt maybe, because it'll be nice and cool in here, hopefully with some great air conditioning. So don't forget your sweater on the first day of school. And you'll have the opportunity to put anything that you need in here, as well as use your desks. In 4th grade, we are going to be using backpacks to transfer our stuff back and forth between mine and Mr. Horvath's classrooms. So make sure that you have a backpack packed full of anything that you want to do for that. We'll give you your Chromebook on the first day of school and lots of other things from 4th grade that you're going to need. Up front, as we move up here, you're going to see 2 of the books that we're going to be using when you're in my classroom. The first one is your Go Math book. You're going to get 2 of these through the year, but for the first half, we're going to be doing all of our math lessons in here. I'm so excited for you to get them. We'll get your name on here and put in some username and passwords on the inside so you don't forget. And in science, this year you actually get a real life science book, which I know we didn't always have at Artman, and it's very fun. We'll have science every single day and social studies every single day at the end of the day. Our schedule in 4th grade looks a lot like you would have seen at Artman. We do have math or science first. If you're in my homeroom, you'll actually, math and language arts first. If you're in my homeroom, you'll actually go over to Mr. Horvath's first, and you'll have language arts first with him. Then you'll come back over here and have your snack, and we'll get to relax and have a restroom break, and then we'll get started on a math. Right in the middle of our math block, you'll go to your special. As you can see right up there, we have 6 specials in 4th grade. We'll start the first day of school with art class, then we'll have music, physical education, technology, library, and health. You're going to have a lot of fun getting to know all your new specials teachers over the first couple of weeks of school. If you're in Mr. Horvath's homeroom, then you would have math first and language arts second. After we're finished with math or a language arts block in the morning, then you guys have the opportunity to go to lunch, and then we have some fun recess, and then we finish our day with either science or social studies. I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you on the first day of school, and I hope that you know that we've got some wonderful things planned. If you have any questions, you guys, a lot of you are already on my Google Classroom. You can certainly get on there, or you guys can email me, and we will be seeing you very, very soon. Thank you so much. We'll see you later. Bye.
Hello everyone, my name is Eric Horvath, and I just wanted to send everyone a video today to give everyone a little bit of information about myself and my class. This year, I've been in the Hermitage School District for, this will be my 22nd year, and I've been in 4th grade for about 10 years. So myself, I teach language arts and social studies, and let me start by saying that I'm very excited to have everyone in my class this year, and I'm really excited that we're going to be back here in school together learning, and also for those of you who will be at home learning, we will definitely see you each day also here online virtually. So again, I teach language arts and social studies to my class and to Mrs. Kemper's class, and Mrs. Kemper will be teaching you math and science. So you can see a little bit of an overview of the class right here. We have all of our desks and whiteboards, and my desk up front. It's a very nice and bright building. It's relatively new, and we have a lot of exciting things that we're going to learn this year in language arts. I can kind of give you a little bit of a look into our book here. This is our Reading Street book. We will be doing using that for spelling, writing, grammar, and reading. And then in social studies, our social studies is a Harcourt social studies book. We'll be starting out by talking about the explorers and moving our way on the timeline to about the period of the Revolutionary War. So also in reading, we will be reading some novels such as one of my favorites, Shiloh, and that'll be kind of toward the end of the year. So I know we are coming back, and some things will be a little bit different, but again, I'm very excited for us to all be back here together learning, and I know we will see each other on Tuesday, August 25th. Again, very excited to have all of you in my class and to see you soon. Anybody have any questions, you could always email me, and we will see each other soon. Thank you. Have a great day.
Hello, boys and girls. My name is Mr. Orico. This is my 28th year of teaching in Hermitage, and I'm excited and eager to meet you in person. I know we met on Google Meet this past June, but next week on Tuesday, August 25th, I hope to see all of you in the classroom. For language arts, we focus on 4 main skills: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. And we're going to be using a variety of resources to teach those skills, including the edition called By Reading Street. It's very similar to the book that you used in 3rd grade. It's a book of anthologies. There's different short stories or selections in the book. But we'll also be reading several chapter books throughout the year and doing various activities with those. In addition, we'll also be using some computer programs such as IXL and MobiMax to further our language arts skills. Graded work will include comprehension tests, spelling tests, vocabulary quizzes, some writing pieces that we'll do this year, and that is with language arts. With regard to social studies, we'll be using the book called Making a New Nation, and that is this book right here, Making a New Nation. And we will be studying and learning about the geography and early history of the United States, including units of study on the Native Americans, the Age of Exploration, the 13 colonies, taking us up to the American Revolution. And like language arts, graded work will consist of lesson quizzes, chapter tests, and individual and group projects. Homework in 4th grade is important, as it is in every grade. All of my homework assignments will be written on the board, on the assignment board, and it's your responsibility, boys and girls, to write those assignments in your assignment book. Take the assignment book home daily and get it checked by your parents or guardians. Once again, I am very eager and excited to have the opportunity to teach you this year, and I look forward to seeing you Tuesday, August 25th. Take care.
Hello, my name is Laura Jackson, and I've been a 4th grade teacher for about 8 years. And I teach language arts, and I teach social studies, and I teach those subjects to our room and Mr. Slazak's room. So Mr. Slazak teaches math and science to our room and to his room. So for language arts, we use the textbook, The Reading Street. And usually, it was probably like what you used last year. But this has reading stories, it has grammar, it has spelling, and it has writing. And so in addition to this book, we will use novels that we will read throughout the year. So we may take a break for this from a little while. In social studies, This is the making of a new nation. And so this starts with the explorers that came to the Americas, and it goes all the way to the American Revolution. So not only do we read this, but we also will do a lot of projects. So it won't just be the same thing all the time. So what's different this year, in addition to our desks being in rows, everybody will get masks. So we'll have to wear masks. And if you look, you'll get a lanyard. My mask is kind of hanging on here. So you'll get some masks, and we'll find out how things are going to go. So I am so looking forward to meeting you, and I hope to meet some parents too. So I will see you next week.
Hello everyone, welcome to 4th grade. Hopefully you already know, I'm Mike Jones and I'll be your math and science teacher for this year. I'm very excited to get back to school, and I'm very excited to teach you either here in school or from the comforts of your own home. A little bit about me. This is my 19th year teaching here at the Hermitage School District, but my first year teaching 4th grade. Prior to this year, I've taught 8th grade, 7th grade, and 6th grade. As some of you are a little bit nervous to come back to school, I'm also a little bit nervous to start the school year. It's going to be completely new for you, and it's going to be completely new for me as well. But together we'll get through it, and we'll have an amazing year. As you know, I'm your science and math teacher, and I'm partnered up with Mr. Rico, and he will be your language arts and social studies teacher. I'm in room 102, and Mr. Rico is directly across the hall in room 103. For math this year, you will have a consumable math textbook. Consumable meaning that you can write inside your textbook. For science, you'll have more of the traditional textbook. You cannot write inside this one, but it will be available online. Something different for this year is each student will be issued their very own Chromebook. This is your own Chromebook that only you will have access to. Each night, you'll be asked to put your Chromebook back in the cart here at school so that you don't have to take it back and forth with you. Something that you'll learn on the very first day of school. I do something a little bit different than some of the other teachers, and I allow you to pick your own seats. So I don't have the desk labeled with name tags yet because they have not been chosen or selected yet. You get to choose your own seats, and that's where you'll get to sit for the whole entire 9 weeks. You will also have a cubby in the room where you can put all of your belongings. Those will be labeled, and those do not change. As we get ready to begin the school year, we're all a little bit nervous, we're all a little bit excited, and we're hoping that whatever we do here at school will help you every day of your life. And I'm very excited to see all of you guys. I'm very excited to start the school year. I can't wait to meet you in person or online when we start class on August 25th. Take care, and if you need anything, please feel free to contact me. My email address is mike_jones@hermitage.k12.pa.us, and my extension here at school is 4102. Thank you, and if you need anything, please let me know.
Hi everybody, this is Mr. Slazak. I'm room 101 in 4th grade. At the end of the 4th grade hall is where you'd find me. This is year 32 as me for a teacher, so excited to again start this year here in 4th grade. I wanted to show you a little bit of what our classroom is like, and you can see the front part of our room. You may be able to notice that I am a fan of smiley faces. There's a few smiley faces around. I have a son that's a member of the United States Naval Academy, so I have some Navy things around. I have quite a few pictures of the family and all the things they do, my puppy dogs along the way. Calves, Browns, and Indians for me, Smiley, and Navy. So you get a little look of what our room looks like. This is what your 4th grade desk would look like. Along these lines, the 4th grade desk that you'll have and be able to use. And then we'll get you set up with cubbies, as you can see on the far side of the room. Desks and cubbies will have your names on them, so you'll be assigned those items and be able to use desks and cubbies. Some of the things you'll get this year include an assignment book, so you'll be able to put all your assignments in there, keep track of your calendar. Everybody's going to get a red mask and a black one as well. For science, we use the Scott Forsman Science book, so that'll be our science book. For math, we use Go Math, and when we use Go Math, our book has pages that could tear out, so that's kind of cool as well. One last thing that I wanted to show you as we head to the back of the classroom is that everybody's going to get the following items that you can see here on my back table. So everybody's going to be able to get a highlighter, everybody's getting a glue stick, everybody's getting an eraser, you're going to get some crayons, everybody's getting crayons, everybody's getting colored pencils, pencil case as well. So a lot of things supplied for you. You just need to bring a great attitude, bring a smile every day, and we'll see you soon.
Hi, fourth grade. Welcome to Ionta. I'm so excited to see everybody. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Mrs. Perry, and I will be your learning support math and language arts teacher. Just a little bit about myself. I grew up in the Shenango Valley. I've lived here all my life. I am married. I have a cat. I like to garden, exercise, and read. In our class for language arts, there are some things that we will be doing this year, such as a novel study. We will be learning to read for information, cite our sources, and then apply that with our writing. We will also do vocabulary, spelling, writing, grammar, all that fun stuff. For math, we'll be solving problems using our 4 operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. We'll also work on fractions, measurement and data, and geometry. When you come into this building, you're going to be familiar with our 3 R's. We are ready, respectful, and responsible. And while we do that, we practice a couple rules in this classroom and throughout this 4th grade hallway when you go to lunch, when you go to specials, when you're out playing recess, and I love to reward good behavior. So not only in my classroom, but if your other teachers let me know that you are making good choices, I have a lot of stuff here that I think you might like and ways for us to keep that going. So when we are listening the first time for directions, when we are trying our personal best, that's different for everybody, as long as you're trying. And when we are keeping our hands and our feet to ourselves, and when we are treating each other with respect. So 4th grade, I am so excited and I can't wait to see you in person. Take care and enjoy the rest of your summer.
Hi everybody, my name is Mrs. Forbes. I'm the new emotional support teacher here at Ionta Elementary School. I am so excited to be your new teacher, and I cannot wait to learn a little bit more about each and every one of you. In this video, I will share a little bit about myself. I graduated from Slippery Rock University with a degree in early education and special education. I have 2 sisters. One of my sisters is a 1st grade teacher in another school district. And my mom is also a teacher. She teaches 3rd grade in another school district. Now my middle sister, she lives in LA, which is in California. So I love to travel to go visit her. Travel is definitely a big part of my life. I want you to think of some of the big important things in your life and some of the things that you like to do on your free time, because I am excited to ask you these questions when you're in our classroom. I also want to share some of the things that we will be learning in our classroom. We will be working on our writing skills each and every day. We will also be working on our reading fluency and participating in read-alouds at the end of each day. We will be working on our math skills such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and word problems. We will also be working on our social and emotional learning. We have a special part of our day that is dedicated to learning and practicing these skills. However, with our roles and our routines in our classroom, we will be practicing these skills throughout the entire day. I also wanted to let you know that we will be providing crayons, markers, pencils, erasers, and other materials that you may need in our classroom. So I really look forward to meeting you. And if you have any questions for me, please feel free to reach out and email me at Taylor_Forbes@hermitage.edu. www.k12.pa.us. I really look forward to seeing you next week.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Ramage. I'm the gifted support teacher for grades K through 7, and I have worked at Hermitage. This will be my 13th year and my 21st year teaching. I have a background in Spanish education and gifted education and English as a second language, and I am looking forward to working with your child this year, and we have a lot of fun things planned. We're going to do some things that we've always done, such as academic games and preparing for speech tournaments, and we're also going to do some things we haven't done before. So I'm looking forward to seeing everyone. This is my classroom. I will give you a little tour. So it hasn't changed much from years past. It's nice and big. We have lots of space for everyone. There's enough desks and enough space for us to social distance. And when the kids come in, they will clean the area where they're going to be sitting. They're just going to wipe it down and disinfect it. And I'd like the kids to bring their own writing utensils this year and their own colored pencils. I do have them. If they forget them, I can give them some, and we can clean them and make sure that they're safe for your child to use. And I do have whiteboards and markers. So if your child would be able to bring their own pencil, their own colored pencils, and their own dry erase marker to my classroom, that would be wonderful. And I'll supply the rest. So I hope that you enjoy the rest of your summer, and I'm looking forward to seeing you and your child very soon.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Knopf. I'm the art teacher at Ionta Elementary School for grades 4 and 5, and at Delahunty Middle School for grades 6 and 7. If you need to get a hold of me, the best way is through my school email at elizabeth_knopf@hermitage.k12.pa.us. Whether you're face-to-face or working online from home, we're going to make all sorts of cool art projects this year. If you are coming in face-to-face on the first day, please bring your Chromebook, a set of earphones, pencil, and if you went out and got crayons, colored pencils, or markers, those are also helpful. Can't wait to start creating with you. See you soon.
Hi everyone, I am Mrs. Matchak, the Delahunty Middle School and Ionta Elementary librarian. Welcome to our school, to all of our new 4th graders, and welcome back to our 5th, 6th, and 7th graders. When we are in library, we'll be focusing on some research skills. We will also be reading independently, learning how to choose our own books, learning how to choose good fit books for ourselves. I will be reading to you, you will be reading to yourselves. We've got lots in store this year, so I'm excited.
Hi everybody! So glad that we're all here together, and I can't wait to start seeing everyone's faces when the school year starts. Just a little bit about me. I'm Coach Duncan. Very excited to meet my new 4th graders, but for my 5th, 6th, and 7th graders coming back, so excited to see your faces again. It's been too long. We are currently in the health classroom, and for my 4th grade, just a heads up, I will just be your Phys Ed teacher. You'll actually have Mr. Ladovich for health up here. I'll see you in the gym. And then for 6th and 7th grade, I will primarily be your health and Phys Ed teacher. This is my 3rd year here at Hermitage School District, and I'm loving every minute of it. I will be having a Google Classroom for all grades, but they'll be grade Google Classroom, so one for 4th, one for 5th, one for 6th, and one for 7th. And all the login information will be sent out by the first day of school. Parents, the best way to contact me would be through email, just because I do share offices with also Mr. Ladovich, and the phone can get kind of confusing, and I'm very quick with the email. I get alerted a lot better than just the phone, because sometimes I don't get up to the phone until the end of the day. So yeah, the email would be Jessica_Duncan, DUNCAN, at hermitage.k12.pa.us. And that would be the best way to contact me if you have any questions. Yeah, so I'm just excited to see everyone's faces and to get the school year started. So we'll see you soon.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Anderson, and I'll be your computer technology teacher this year for grades 4 through 7. I'm in room 209, which is on the second floor of Delahunty, in case you haven't been here before. Things we'll be working on this year include building your computer skills, things like your typing technique, as well as being able to use Google applications, being able to save files, upload, download files, all things that will be very useful in your classes. We will build on your logic skills using things like robotics and computer programming, and we'll also touch on cybersecurity. So I look forward to meeting all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful year. Thank you.
Hello students and parents, my name is Rick Ladovich and I wanted to welcome you to our 2020-2021 school year on our virtual open house. Wanted to give you some information. I am beginning my 22nd school year in the Hermitage School District. I am teaching 4th and 5th grade health and 6th grade health and physical education. Good way to get a hold of me is by calling the school phone number 724-981-8750 extension 3404 or my email address richard_ladovich@hermitage.k12.pa.us. Also, for our online learning and for our students that are here at school, we set up some Google Classrooms. I'd like to show you our codes. For grade 6, we have PUMNJBX. Grade 5, SOVQYPT. Grade 4, BA25BHZ. I hope this video finds all of our students and parents well, and I look forward to having everyone either in class or online. Once again, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call me. I look forward to seeing everybody on August 25th. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mary Rimmelfanger, and I teach music to students in grades 4 through 7 at the Ionta Elementary School and the Delahunty Middle School. I look forward to meeting your child this school year, where we will continue to build musicianship through music, movement, speech, and drama. Students will become confident, lifelong musicians and creative problem solvers, imitating, experimenting, and expressing themselves in a safe music classroom.
Hello everyone, my name
Hi, this is Mr. Gary. I'm the band director here at Delahunty Middle School and Ionta Elementary School. And just wanted to touch base with you real quick to let you know within the first couple of weeks of school, we'll be getting the band program up and running for our returning 6th and 7th grade band members and for any 6th and 7th graders who want to start. And eventually here by the end of September for our 5th graders who are ready to start. So I'll be stopping in to your lunchroom and to your classrooms and getting you signed up for our Google Classrooms here all within the first weeks of school. So I wish you the best of luck here at the start of school, and I look forward to seeing you here in a few weeks.
Parents, as we begin to close out our video information, I'd like to just mention a few other things just so you're aware. I did send some information home both through email and a mailing that explains some important information. Of course, it had the newsletter, our car rider procedures, supply list, traffic flow directions. So please pay attention to those items. There will be a few more items that are coming out before we begin on August 25th that I'd like to reference now and hopefully will be of use to you. A reminder to all of our parents, this form was sent home. It's the COVID-19 student kind of a checklist to help you. I'll be sending this home in an email. It basically describes areas of if your child has a fever of 100.4 or higher, a cough, runny nose, nausea, vomiting, headache, those types of symptoms. We ask that you please keep your child at home and help monitor that. Of course, during the course of a day, if one of our students are exhibiting those symptoms, we will send them to the nurse's office and we will call all of our parents. Lastly, if your child is doing the online learning, a Chromebook distribution is going to occur on August 24th from 8 to 3. I will be sending out information. More than likely, we'll have parents come into the cafeteria to pick up those supplies. Lastly, I'd like to please enforce with all of our parents that whether your child is doing online live stream learning or they are here in person, myself, our guidance counselor, Mrs. Whitehead, and all of our teachers, we're here to support your children the best way that we can. Please reach out to us. I know these are times of anxiety, nervousness. We share in those feelings with you, but please know we will do everything to have the appropriate safeguards in place. Thank you.